Hi first graders! Today we are covering Chapter 1, Lesson 7. Here's what you're going to need. You are going to need your linker cubes. You are also going to need your GoMath book. And you are going to need a pencil. Once you have these items, then we can get started.
Our I can statement tells us this. I can make numbers within 10. So by the end of this lesson, we will know how to make numbers within 10. Let's turn to page 37 in our math books. At the top, it says, listen and draw. Use linker cubes to show all the ways to make 5. Color to show your work. Listen to the following problem. Grandma has 5 flowers. How many can she put in her red vase and how many can she put in her blue vase? So we are going to use our linker cubes to show all the ways that she can put her 5 flowers into each of her vases. Let's first start with a cube train with 5 cubes. If our cube train shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what are the 2 parts? We know that the 2 parts are 5 and 0. You might be wondering, how can the second part be 0? Well, if the cube train is using all of the green cubes, that means there are 0 cubes of a different color. So this shows 2 parts, 5 and 0. That means that she will put 5 flowers in one vase and 0 flowers in the other vase. Now let's switch back to our page and color in one of the cube trains to show 5 and 0. Since I use green cubes, I'm going to color in this first cube train all green. I used 5 green cubes, so I'm going to color in all 5 cubes green. Now let's try a new way to make 5. What if this time we show 4 green cubes and 1 cube of a different color? So 1 pink cube. It's okay if your cubes are different. This is another way to make 5. What are the 2 parts? 4 and 1. Now let's color in another one of our cube trains on our paper, just like this. This time we used 4 green cubes and 1 pink cube. This shows 4 and 1. Now let's try a few more. This time let's try a new way to make 5. Let's try 3 and 2. Now it's time to record this and color it on our page. So we used 3 green cubes this time and 2 pink cubes. We showed 3 and 2 make 5. Let's try another way. Let's try, instead of 3 and 2, let's try 2 and 3. The commutative property says that even if we turn the numbers around, when we're adding, we still get the same sum. So let's record 2 and 3 on our page. So let's color in our cubes to show 2 and 3. 2 and 3 was the way that we showed can make 5. Now let's move on to our last two ways. What if we show 1 and 4? Here's another way to make 5. Now let's record this on our page. There's 1 and there's 4. 1 and 4 make 5. Now it's time for our last way to make 5. So our last way to make 5 that we have not shown yet is 0 and 5. This shows 0 green cubes and 5 pink cubes. So the last way that we made 5 was 0 and 5. That means there are 0 green cubes and 5 pink cubes. Let's take a look at page 38. At the top it says model and draw. Underneath that it says, now Grandma has 9 flowers. How many can she put in her red vase and how many in her blue vase? So we're going to be taking a look at these cube trains to help us solve that problem. The blue cubes represent how many flowers can go in her blue vase. The red cubes represent how many flowers can go in her red vase. Let's see what our addition sentence says on the right. Our addition sentence gives us the total and it gives us the 2 parts. So we have 2 parts and a whole. So let's figure out what the 2 parts are for number 1. The 2 parts are already written for us. We just have to trace them. Let's look at the first part. The first part says 9. Well, why does it say 9? Let's look at the cube train. Let's count how many blue cubes there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One of the parts of our addition sentence is 9 because there are 9 blue cubes. Now, how many red cubes are there? I don't see any red cubes on this first cube train. That means 0 is our other part of our whole. 9 and 0 make 9. Let's look at our second cube train. Our second cube train shows a different way to make 9. Remember that the blue cubes represent the flowers that will go in Grandma's blue vase. The red cubes represent the flowers that will go in Grandma's red vase. Notice we have 2 parts and a whole. Where did the number 8 come from? Let's count and see how many blue cubes there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 represents 1 part. 8 represents the 8 blue cubes. Now let's look at our second part of our whole. Our second part says 1. If we look at our cube train, there's only 1 red cube. That 1 represents 1 red cube. That is the other part of our whole. 8 and 1 make 9. Let's take a look at the bottom half of our page. The directions say, use linker cubes. Color to show how to make 9. Complete the addition sentences. We are going to try numbers 3 and 4 together. After that, you'll try 5 through 10 on your own. Number 3 shows us a cube train with blue cubes already colored in. The rest of the cube train is white, and I'll explain in a moment what we were going to do to those cubes. But first, let's build this cube train with our own cubes. Remember that it's okay if your cubes don't match the color of mine or the ones on your page. We saw that the cube train on our page has 7 cubes of one color. So go ahead and build a cube train that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cubes of one color, just like this. Notice on our page, there are 2 more cubes of a different color. So grab a different color and let's connect 2 more cubes to our cube train. Now this shows the same cube train on number 3 on our page. Let's color in the rest of our cube train with the color of our cubes. For me, I have pink cubes. I have 2 pink cubes. So I'm going to color in those last 2 cubes at the end. I'm going to color those in pink. So now it will match my cube train a little bit better. So go ahead and color in those 2 cubes on number 3. When you're ready, we are going to fill in our addition sentence. Remember, our addition sentence shows 2 parts and a whole. Our whole is 9 because we are showing how to make 9. Our 2 parts follow that. One of our parts is 7. Remember that 7 represents the 7 blue cubes. So let's trace our number 7. That is one part of our whole. What is the other part here? We have 2 pink cubes. So 2 is our other part of our whole in our addition sentence. Now let's take a look at number 4. Number 4 is a little bit different. We are going to build this cube train with our cubes. There are only 6 blue cubes on this cube train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure your cube train only has 6 cubes to represent the 6 cubes that are blue on number 4. The rest of the cubes are white. They are going to be a different color. So let's grab 3 cubes to show those last 3 cubes in the picture. Now our cube train looks just like the one on number 4. Now we're going to color in our cube train to match for number 4. We have 6 blue cubes so far. Now we have 3 more. That's the other part of our cube train. So take a color that matches your cubes. For me, I have 3 pink cubes, so I'm going to color in these 3 cubes on my picture pink. Our last step for number 4 is to complete the addition sentence. Remember that our addition sentence has 2 parts and a whole. Our whole is 9 because we are finding ways to make 9. Now we have to figure out our 2 parts. One part is the cubes that are blue, or the cubes that you have might be a different color. Either way, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One part of our addition sentence is 6. Now let's see what our other part is. Let's count the rest. 1, 2, 3. The other part is 3. Now I want you to try numbers 5 through 10. Remember that you are coming up with new ways to show how to make 9. Go ahead and pause the video so that you have enough time, and then when you're ready, you can press play. Now that you've had some time to work, let's check out 5 through 10. It's okay if your ways that you showed 9 are in a different order, but just check to make sure that you have all of these ways to make 9. That means that you should have one for number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So all of your cube trains should be colored in, and all of your addition sentences should be complete. So take a moment here. You can pause the video to make sure that you have all of the different ways to make 9. Now let's take a look at page 39. Page 39 says, on your own. Notice that the directions say, use cubes colored to show ways to make 10. Complete the addition sentences. So by now, I know that you first graders are all experts in making 10. So this is just a review. I can't wait to see all the different ways that you can make 10. Remember to color in your cubes on this side, and then also complete your addition sentences on the right-hand side. Also, when you're finished, you have a challenge at the bottom. Number 17 is a word problem. So try your best on all of these problems on page 39. I know you guys are going to do an awesome job.
So today you learned all about how to make numbers within 10. Remember to submit that picture of your page on Seesaw, and Miss Rodriguez and I will get to see what an awesome job you all did. Until next time, first grade, bye.